Last week, Platinums and Dogs went 6-0. That's 100% winners. Right now, early, my 2,000-star Platinum Game of the Year by 5 touchdowns and 4-0 TV action, all free. Call 1-800-638-3411. 5-0 free or the season is free. Make the call. 2,000-star blowout guaranteed, plus all the big TV games, 5-0 free or the season free. Toll-free message phone. Call 1-800-638-3411.
Kicking Las Vegas sideways. Sound familiar? Well, it should, because the winning continues. Folks, I won my Mountain West Game of the Year with BYU and my Dog of the Year in the pros. I'm now 32-12, 73% in college football, up 380 stars, and 65% winners in pro football. Call now and get my college and pro hammers free, plus get info on my 3-play trifecta, led by a conference Game of the Year, also free. It all starts with a toll-free call to 1-888-424-4667 or go to jimfeist.net.
They call me Smokin' Dave Koken, and am I ever right now. 11-1 right here on Proline. Last week's special, 5-1. I won my Big East Game of the Year and my Pro Game of the Month. My College Parlay of the Month is up right now, and that's free on a recorded message at 1-888-567-7660. Plus, there's info on how to get 3 more guaranteed college winners, and they're on the house as well. That's 1-888-567-7660 for another incredible football weekend that's entirely free.
Glad you joined us this morning on Proline. Now, a divisional battle in the AFC North as the Ravens take on the Browns tomorrow, and we're going to get to that game in just a moment. But first, we will turn to Smash Mouth handicapper Scott Spreitzer. He kept on rolling last week with his trifecta of the year, getting it done as his Mountain West Game of the Year won with BYU and his situational Pro Dog of the Year won with the Bengals. Now, Scott, your winning percentage right now, absolutely red hot.
Thanks, Al. We've been doing really well. And in fact, we did drop our free play that we had last week, but we won just about everything else, as Al just mentioned. And in observance of a hyperbole-free day at Smash Mouth Sports, I'm going to get right to the numbers. Al just told you 7-2 last week in college, 5-2 in the pros, 111 stars over the 2 days of the weekend. We're now up 380 stars and 32-12, 73% in September college football. How about 85-33, 72% with our last 118 pro and college football releases. Also, we've won both of our trifectas. We're going to rack it up and do it again today at Smash Mouth Sports. A toll-free call right now gets both of my hammers of the week, one from college football, one from Sunday's pros, and information on another trifecta topped off by my second conference game of the year, as Al just told you we hit last week with BYU. Don't miss out. 1-888-424-4667 or go to jimfeist.net.
All right, check out Scott's information, that's for sure. We know the Ravens have found just enough offense to get to 2-1, and but for a blocked field goal, the Browns might be 2-1 also. These two teams will meet tomorrow in the AFC North. Yet another bloodletting, it seems.
Well, yes. I mean, this is a big division rivalry. You got the road favorite here, Baltimore. Everybody talked about the Ravens being one of the Super Bowl contenders for this year, but I just don't see it. They're getting older. Their defense is getting older. McNair is just not what he used to be. He was a great quarterback at one time. He's more hurt now than not. Bowler is just average. I don't see this as a contender for the Super Bowl at all. And to go on the road and be a favorite over a young and up-and-coming team like Cleveland, they have weapons, believe me. They're much better with Anderson at quarterback. They have weapons on the offensive side. They're going to get better as the season goes on. I look for the underdog here.
Yeah, what we've seen the last couple of weeks, Jim, you make an excellent point, is that the Ravens defense, getting older, they've wilted in the second half of the last 2 games, against the Jets and against the Cardinals last week, and I think that goes back to the aging of that defense. Now you have a Derek Anderson who's playing lights out right now. I think this game goes over the total, and I think the back door may be wide open. I may see the Browns get their outright win here.
Bobby, I'm not so sure Derek Anderson's going to have one of his great days here. He may look like we're used to seeing with Derek Anderson. I mean, who's that guy who's been posing as Derek Anderson the last couple of weeks? The Browns, though, have a good chance in this football game because there's somebody else in that Cleveland backfield who's in a payback mode here. You know the guy I'm talking about, Mr. Lewis, the former Raven. He's going to want to show his ex-team that kind of dumped him after last year that there's still plenty of life left in those legs. I think the Browns are going to pull off the upset in this game. Right now on the screen, you're looking at the number for the Proline free pick phone. It's a toll-free recorded message Monday through Friday, 1 game per day, 2 on Saturdays, 2 on Sundays for the entire Proline crew, and they're great selections.
When we come back, the panel takes on one more game as the Arizona Cardinals host the Pittsburgh Steelers. Don't go away.